Hello, hello, hello. Karen here from Cake Coach Online, live from London. And I'm here today to tell you a couple of things, actually. And one of them is a little story that I saw of a cake decorator who was bemoaning her luck on one of the Facebook groups. And what had happened was the pickup time had changed from her customer. And as a result, there was a big argument, and the customer had demanded a refund, which was extraordinary anyway. So, what do you do if a customer changes the goalposts and then demands a refund, right? But the thing was, this customer had deliberately tried to confuse our cake decorator, I believe, when you actually read the post, because she'd already changed the flavour of the cake from vanilla to chocolate, say, for instance. And actually, the cake decorator was totally embarrassed because she'd actually made vanilla, or whichever was the first choice she'd made. So she'd already mucked up the order, but she'd already planned her day out. Say it was a Saturday, that the lady was going to come and pick it up at 4 o'clock, and the lady phoned at 10 o'clock to say, I'll be half an hour. So of course the decorator was in a complete flap. It's like, oh my goodness, I was going to put all these elements back on my cake and I can't do it. And she was in a complete tiswas about it. So I had a bit of an argument because the customer had actually changed the time, but of course nothing was written down. Of course, then it actually transpired that the flavour was completely wrong too. But having, in the course of the argument, the cake decorator then discovered that the customer's friend had also a cake a little while before, and said, oh, well, so-and-so had her cake and that was wrong, and you gave her a complete and utter total refund. And it's like, okay, we can see where this is going now. So I think it was a deliberate ploy to muddle up the cake decorator, number one, with the flavour, number two, completely throw her into a spin and say, I'm coming, 5 hours earlier than I actually planned to do. So what could we have done better? To me, I'm always shameless plug for that order pad over there on my shoulder, because write it down. If it had been written down as an order and it had actually said cake pickup time Saturday, fill in the blank at 4 p.m, the lady customer would not have had a chance of actually moaning about it and saying, I want a refund because it's not ready and all the rest of it. And also, the end of the story was that somebody stalked the customer on Instagram and found out that it wasn't a disaster because the cake wasn't for the Saturday, it was actually for the Sunday, and they were totally happy with it anyway. And I actually don't know what happened with the refund at the end of it, but it was like, oh my goodness, if all that had just been logged down on a proper order pad, and the customer had have signed to say, yes, I'm coming at this time. Yes, I want it to be fill in the blank, lemon, whatever flavour, and I want it to be this colour. Any of these little niggles of like, I didn't say that, or it gets lost in a whole thread of Facebook Messenger messages or a whole thread of email string nightmare. Just have it in one place and have it on an order that somebody's going to sign and say, that's what it's going to be. So that is my hint for the day, is like, write it down, because there's always going to be people out there that are going to try and trip you up. And I think it was a deliberate ploy when you actually unpick the whole thing. But anyway, not only did I want to tell you that, I also wanted to tell you on the 24th of May, the Cake Circle membership opens its doors again. So you may or may not have heard about the Cake Circle, but we've been having great fun. We've been open 3 months now, and we've been having guest speakers. Actually, I've got guest speakers lining up to try and come in and talk to the girls, which is brilliant. We've had a branding expert. So if you're struggling with your branding, we've had a Canva expert. So anybody that wants to make little images to put on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, somebody to organise the money, social media, especially for the food industry, somebody to help with allergens, websites, WordPress websites, the legal bits of it. I've even got hold of a colour expert, because one of my things, because art was my thing at school, and then I was going to go to college anyway, that's another story. was finding that maybe some of the cake decorators never studied the color wheel. When I look at some of the Pinterest pins that are up, etc., so I thought it'd be great fun to actually get a color expert in to talk to us about the psychology of color and etc., and what goes with what. I'm really looking forward to actually talking to her. We've got a Pinterest lady, we've got a work-life balance. I tell you, they're queuing up. I haven't got enough slots at the moment. Food labeling, sales and confidence, mindset marketing, and it goes on. In addition to that, we've got craft experts coming in. So there's 2 slots a month with live classes with the craft experts, which is brilliant, because it means that if you're really struggling with whatever technique that they're actually teaching you, you can stick your hand up and go, excuse me, mine didn't work like that, it all went wonky and it all collapsed, and help, what do I do better? Rather than just watching videos that just go, somebody who's an absolute superb expert on doing really straight edges on cakes or whatever, and yours actually don't quite look like that. And finding out what you can do better. And we've also got a coffee with Karen chat. We've got mindset with me, because I love doing things with personal development. In addition to that, we've got discounts with warehouses, which is great. And the tutors have agreed to do one-to-one private tuition, maybe, if you're interested, with at a favourable membership price. Along with that, if any of you have looked at my website, you might have seen Cash for Cakes as a course, which is available on there, but we've actually added that as an extra bonus into the membership for the Cake Circle. So you might be looking and thinking, oh, that's lovely, but I'm not quite ready to do all this businessy stuff. I just want to learn about the craft bit. But we've got you covered as well, because this time we're opening the Bake and Craft Circle as well. So the Cake Circle has had a baby sister. So, and that one will just have the craft tutors in it. It will have the discounts in it. It will have our success path in there, and the availability of the private coaching too, if you wanted to have that as an extra. So that's me. Let me just put this up here. If you want to get your name on the wait list, that's the link there. I'll also put that in the box at the bottom, because it'd be lovely to have you on board if you're interested. We're having great fun in there. All the people that are in there currently are loving it. So yeah, so that's it for today. So learn to write down everything that your customer wants and get her to sign it. And also have a look at our wait list. There's more information on that link. It's so new, the baby sister of the Cake Circle. It actually doesn't mention about the Bake and Craft Circle yet, but if you just put your name on that wait list, then when we open the doors, which is the 24th of May on a Monday, we can let you know when that segment of it is open too. So that's it. That's all for me. It's been a joy and a pleasure as ever. Take care. Bye.